Hi everybody, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Now, as you can see up there, Wheezy, calm down. Believe it or not, in a couple of weeks' time, on Friday the 28th of April, it's actually going to be the 6-month anniversary since I left the World of Warcraft. Half a year has already passed. Now, I've had this plan for a little while, which makes my April Fool's joke even funnier to me, because so many teddies went out the pram. But on that date, I'm actually going to be returning to WoW for 1 week. Now, this is a bit of an experiment on my behalf. Now, I wanted to do this video now because I wanted to give people plenty of time to see this video, digest this video, and understand what I'm going to be saying in it, okay? I don't want people to get the wrong idea. I don't want people to jump to conclusions, so I'm giving plenty of notice. The plan is to return for 1 week. And the reason why I'm returning for the 1 week is 6 months later, half a year after giving up the game, does the World of Warcraft genuinely offer anything to returning players? You see, when I go back onto Final Fantasy XIV, I tend to play it for a bit, and then I might not play it for a little bit, and then I always go back to it. And there's a reason why I always go back to Final Fantasy XIV. Not just because I really enjoy the game, but whenever they bring out a patch, there's usually, and I'm not saying all the time, but there's usually something in that patch which will grab my attention, whether it be the Aquapolis treasure dungeon, or whether it be the deep dungeon that has its Palace of the Dead, that has its complete and utterly randomized levels and has currently 200 different levels with a boss at the end of every 10. Which is really cool, and they've added to it, and they've added to it, and they've added to it. So there always seems to be something, whether it not be the good storytelling or blah, 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 for me to return back to. But these are where I put my cards on the table for you. In the 6 months that I've left the World of Warcraft, I have never once felt the urge to go back. Now, that could be because I played the World of Warcraft for a substantial amount of time. I mean, I've just gone past the 10-year mark of when I first joined the World of Warcraft. I joined in March 2007, and here we are in April 2017. So the 10 years has actually passed since I joined WoW. And during those 10 years, I probably played it for about 7.5, 8 years, something like that. So there's a lot of time investment. And they say that when you break from a relationship, it normally takes half of the time of the relationship to get over the relationship. So in theory, it should probably take me 3.5 to 4 years to get over the World of Warcraft. So 6 months, I'm not feeling any urge to go back. I'm not feeling as if I'm missing out on anything. And this is where this experiment comes into place, because has Blizzard done anything to stimulate the return of players? Does the World of Warcraft offer anything to people who have not played the World of Warcraft for a while and are wanting to get back into it? Or, as when I left the game, is it just going to be a matter of more of the same? So, throughout the course of this week return from the 28th of February, like I said, I'll be starting on Friday, the 28th of February, and then I'll be going through to 7 days, a full week, not 5 days, a full, not working week, a full 7 days of the World of Warcraft. I'll be doing different videos in that time. I'll be giving my opinions on the 7.1 and 7.2 content. Stuff which you, if you still play the World of Warcraft, will be very familiar with now, but as a returning player, what do I feel about this additional content that's been added? Is it something which I feel I could continue to play the World of Warcraft because of, or is it something that I feel is just a same old, which is a term that I use quite a lot when referring to Legion. Although I think Blizzard had the right idea in terms of the amount of content, one thing I always maintained was it's just the same old stuff. There was nothing really innovative or inventive that would make me want to go back to the game. Also, I'll be doing a few things to pleasure you guys as well. A lot of people are asking, always, even though they know I've left the game, and I get some very nice messages. I get a bunch of shit on YouTube comments, but, you know, those people are just But I get a lot of nice messages from people saying, you know, we know that you've given up the World of Warcraft, but we really enjoyed like your secrets videos and stuff like that. Any chance of some secrets videos? So during that week, I can tell you that there'll definitely be at least one, possibly two secret videos in that time. I'll also do a stream as well. I will bring back, even if it's for the 1 week only, I will bring back Sunday Mass on April the 30th, where I'll be going out and attempting to farm mounts which I don't have in the game. So on April the 30th, there will be what I could only class now as a Sunday Mass special. Now, once I go through stuff, when I do my streams, when I do my talk videos, when I discuss about the various aspects of the, you know, the content which has been brought in the 6 months that I've missed, at the end of the week, I will make a determination whether or not I believe there is anything there that would even consider tempting me back to the World of Warcraft, or whether or not after this week, after this experimental week, you know, nothing really has changed in terms of how I feel about the game and how I'd feel about returning to the game. You know, I feel as if I have made the right decision going. So, as though I will be as objective as I possibly can, but I'm not going to lie to you and say that there is a yearning in my heart to return to the game, because there simply isn't. There's nothing that really tugs me. So when there's nothing that physically away from the game tempts you back in, like, oh, I really miss this and I really miss that, then it's up to the game itself to try and tempt you back. And does the game itself offer anything of that ilk that would get me to return to the World of Warcraft? So there you go, folks. In 2 weeks tomorrow, April the 28th, we will start on YouTube and Twitter 1 week in WoW, where I'll be returning to the game for 1 week after a 6-month anniversary absence to see whether or not there is anything worth or anything that could even tempt, titillate, oh, I said late, or anything like that back to the World of Warcraft. I don't personally think so. I'm going to be honest with you. Like I said, I will be objective, but I don't personally think so. So it's up to the game itself to try and turn me in the other direction. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed the vid. Or if you're still butthurt from April Fools, get over it. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media and Twitch for live streaming. All that garbage is in the description box down below. And I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care, everybody. Bye for now.